Now, we were just discussing the greenback. We do have Jackson Hole coming up, which means that currencies really are in the frame here. What are you on the lookout for from that annual gathering of central bankers over in Wyoming?
Hey, Tracy and David. Great to be on. I think Jackson Hole is probably shaping up to be a little bit of a lot more hype than anything. I think if there's really anything to look out for, it potentially is from Draghi. If there's any kind of, in between the lines or cough on the euro being a little bit too high, then I think you could see a bit of a pullback on the euro on a scale of kind of 1 to 2 figures. But I think that's really the only kind of key mover to look out for from the FX side. I'm not expecting too much from Yellen or the Fed there. And I think the backdrop that I have is I think the market has the expectations in reverse. So I think they're expecting too little out of the Fed and Yellen for the rest of the year, and I think they're expecting too much out of the ECB and Draghi for the rest of the year.
So I guess, do I buy the dollar is a question.
This is, I think, the question. I think you have to be very careful what you want to be selling against the dollar, for instance. I prefer to be, if I want to play long dollars, I prefer to be short Singapore dollar or short, let's say, the Swiss franc. The traditional, of course, high beta is to be long dollar yen. But I think if you have any outright positions, and if we get a reoccurrence of a North Korea kind of conflict, then, that position is just going to blow up. So I'd only advocate long dollar yens through call options. Otherwise, I'd look for other crosses to kind of express that. Part of the problem and part of the reason the euro is up, kind of around these 118 levels is also just because the dollar has just been so weak and the sentiment has been just so poor. But at the end of the day, we've been trying to base over the last kind of 2 to 3 weeks. There's no doubt about that. We're off some of the recent highs. But the key question is, what's really that next catalyst to take it up higher? And I'm not too sure, to be honest, at the moment.